It's been a while since I have uploaded a vlog. Reason being is it's just really hard. I mean, it sounds like such a first world problem to say that these places are just so fab that you don't have time to find an internet cafe and sit there and use the Wi-Fi for hours on end. So I have been video footage along the way, of course, but it's just been a case of when to upload it. But here we are, so hopefully you'll appreciate these next couple of vlogs showing you all the places that we've been to. Start off with, in the last video you saw that Adam, my other half, was on with me. He got off in Cabo San Lucas in Mexico, so I had to say bye to him then. And then we went on to the next port, which was San Francisco. San Francisco was unreal. The tough part was we had to start with immigration, so we started at like 6 in the morning. Was it 6? Yeah, it was about 6, half 6 in the morning. We got up, got a bit of quick breakfast before going into work, and then, like, I personally didn't have to do that much with the actual immigration part. I was more helping kind of crowd control in the theatre, all the passengers that were going on tours, and just group people together and show them to the gangway and make sure everyone stayed together, because it was really important that they didn't get lost or separated due to immigration. So that was kind of my job. The immigration laws state that every single person on the ship has to be immigrated and then you can get off. So you had to wait for everyone, so it didn't really matter if you were working or not, because you still couldn't get off regardless until everyone had finished. So it wasn't too bad. So we got, I think immigration finished at about 6 PM, half 5, yeah, half 5, 6. So it was a long day, and it's a shame because it kind of wastes the whole first day that you're there. You don't really get a chance to see it. Obviously the passengers do, they got off first, their priority, and then they can go and explore San Francisco. But for us it was a bit more tricky. So we got off at half 5, 6, and made the most of the evening while we could. Me and Sarah and Sophie went to Pier 39, which is just a bit of a walk from the port where we docked, and it was just so cool. It was just really, really good. I loved it. We got a corn dog for the first time. I never had a corn dog, which was great. For people like me who didn't know what a corn dog was, it's basically a hot dog wrapped in what is like donut filling. Like, imagine like a donut but with a hot dog in. And then day 2 we got up early and went to Battery Spencer, which is a like viewing point of San Francisco Bridge. It's the other side, so most people will go to the closest side, but we got a taxi to go over the bridge, which was cool. And then we went up and saw this from like this unspoiled top of the hill where you could just see dead clearly the bridge. We got some cool photos and it was just an amazing place to see. And then we went to Alcatraz with nearly all the cast, bar a couple of people that had been before. It was unreal. It was so cool. Like, it was so creepy. We had an audio tour, which is one of the best audio tours I've ever had, and it was like headphones where they had the voices of the ex-prison guards and ex-prisoners, and they would kind of reenact things. So it would tell you to walk to a certain room, and once you were in the room, like, you would press play again, and it would be like the noises that you would hear if you were in that room. So of course everyone's walking around the prison with headphones, so it's actually quite silent. So if you take your headphones off, it's a bit eerie, and then you put them on, you hear all these noises. It was so fascinating. We met a real life prisoner called William Baker. I bought his book. He signed it for me. It was really weird because he is a prisoner. It's gonna go in focus. There we go. To Steph, William Baker, and a few words. And then we also had a night out, night before of course, where we went to like a speakeasy. We went to Top of the Mark for some cocktails, and then we found ourselves at this speakeasy where we had to do a secret knock on the door to get in, which was a good fun. So San Francisco overall was a dream.
Last story said Well, that's enough.
We're British.
Hello, Mary Poppins, the Andrews. Yeah, no person in the 21 allowed is far. Never been to a secret. Yeah, I've been to a secret. Hello? I've been to a cabbage.
You know, she'll get mad.
Where are we, girls? What's it called? Battery Spencer, of course. Which is going to reveal once we get around the corner what?
Yes. Who knows what that is?
Who knows what it is? Justin, you're going to prison.
I'm going to prison.
To Hawaii. I went as a tour escort, so on ships, the passenger tours that you can apply to be an escort. You have to do like a little mini course, like read a questionnaire and know how to fill out medical forms if needs be, and not like anything extreme but just the basics. And then you can apply as an escort. It means you get to go on your own because you're escorting a tour. It does mean that you get to do it for free. But obviously you are working, because if passengers have any inquiries or any questions, you are the port of call, so it's not like you're just getting a fun time. Although to be fair, every tour I've been on has just been a fun time, because luckily, touch wood, I've never had to deal with any issues or I've never lost anyone, so you just have to make sure you keep count of it where everyone is and make sure everyone's getting to the meeting place okay. And so yeah, so I went on a tour to Pearl Harbor. I'm such a big history geek, so it was just really cool to see that. We went on the little boat tour that took us to the memorial of the USS Arizona, where the ship is still there, so you can still see a little bit of it coming out of the water, because the memorial is placed directly over it, because that's where some of the bodies are still buried in the sea, which was really kind of humbling, I suppose, to see. Is that the right word? And then afterwards we had some dinner and drinks with all the cast. Went to Cheesecake Factory, had a little midnight stroll along Waikiki Beach, and just took in Hawaii. I also got to see some of the sights on this tour. It took us like around some of the mountains, and I'm a huge Lost fan, and that's where Lost is filmed, in Oahu, so that was just like, that's so cool. Aloha from Hawaii, and more specifically from Pearl Harbor. I'm on a tour. It's really hot, I don't know why I'm wearing a denim shirt. It's amazing, so interesting.
For the vlog, guys, where are we right now?
Here we are, guys, in Waikiki Beach, Honolulu. Hawaii.
Aloha beaches!
Aloha beaches.
Beaches. But literally,
Aloha beaches, but it sounded like bitches.
it's 11 o'clock at night. One Waikiki Beach. It's delightful. Stars are out.
And then went to Fiji. Again, I did another tour. I got to see the Gardens of the Sleeping Giant, which are beautiful, and see some cultural experiences in Fiji. They have a local custom drink, and you have to clap hands and say bula before you drink it. I can't remember what it's called now, the drink, but anyway, it was awful. It was just, the drink, it was like tasting mud, and it has like a slight antiseptic quality in it, so your mouth goes numb, and I was like, what on earth have I just drank? So it's a bit grim, but it's cool to experience and cool to try.